What do you need? What do you need?
Just as a warning, my covert bandaging skills are a little rusty.
Thank you for visiting New Bins.
Honey, what's your name?
Okay.
Where to, partner?
Mr. House is just pleased.
So, Benny has been handled, and you've recovered the platinum chip. Let's have it. I'll be happy. Our terms were clear. Now that you have the chip... This is not the time. Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious, so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. That's where the chip was printed on October 22nd, 2077. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made. Yes, so far as you've seen, all it does is change the picture on the Securitron's face screens from policeman to soldier. Some things are more easily shown than told. Take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level, and don't worry, you'll like what you see. We have...
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms that travel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage relevant targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss.
Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the Strip. I'm surprised you can still underestimate me after everything you've seen. I haven't shown my hand. I've shown one card. I've given my enemy... They have no idea what other cards I'm holding. It's a... Why would I want to go to war against the... If their leaders weren't scheming to steal Vegas out from under me, I'd have... The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the Strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam. By my calculations, his death will affect the shape of the battle for Hoover Dam. The Legion's aggression will outlive Caesar. Indeed, they'll try... Given a year, they'd have him deified. But by then, the Legion will be breaking down. It's irrelevant. In the short term, the Legion is still monster enough. What else? That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the Platinum chip. Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to... What? I recommend following the Securitron's instructions. Its programming is... What else? General Oliver's strategy, or tunnel vision, as I like to call it, he wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward slugging match, and a crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical ingenuity. A good deal should be obvious to you by now. I won't spoil the rest by talking out of turn. Yes, I know. It was detected immediately, and you thought I would... The next step is one of the followers. Good luck. What else? I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. To enforce, one must have... Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the... I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control. And so I recruited the 3 families. Indeed it was, and still is. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute... They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar. And so they negotiated, not out of the kindness of their heart. NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity. Written into the treaty were provisions. That's how I harnessed the NCR to my end. The salient issue is that they will go to war. There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't the final battle between those 2 armies is fast approaching. What else? New Vegas is more. The city's economy is a blast from... What is the NC? With all that money pouring in? Give me 20 years and I'll reignite. 100 years and my colony ships will be heading for the stars to search for planets unpolluted by the... I prefer the 2. I would rule as a chief executive. I would not answer. Nothing to impede progress. My judgment. I have no interest in abusing others, just as I have nor have I any interest in being worshipped as some kind of machine god messiah. But autocracy? Firm control in the hands of a technological... What else? What of it? I enjoy them. There's something about a little... If you run across any out in the... What... Hoover... The NC... What... It was a place of splendor. I grew up not far from... By 2065, I deemed it... I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to. I set to work immediately. On the day of the Great War, 70... My networked mainframes were... Laser cannons mounted on a sub-op... The platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale. It was the chip contained... Given that software glitches set off. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma. Well done. The Boomers' firepower may prove an advantage when the battle for Hoover Dam comes around. Your next assignment would have been to investigate the Omertas, but you managed to foil their... I should compensate you as though it were an official assignment, however. Arrogance was their undoing. Your next assignment is to locate and destroy Remnant. The NCR nearly did the job at Helios 1 a few years ago. Given the Brotherhood's fanatical views on... Please... We're talking... They'll never accept... Since 2278, I didn't receive any clear video. It's obvious. From time to time, I surmise you might use that against them. Have you destroyed the... Because they're... Have you destroyed the... Not surprising. I didn't ask you to tell me what they were. Go back to them. Have you destroyed the...
Your move, Green.
Lead the...
Here we go. All out of ammunition. Here we go.
What's up?
Evening. I've still got guns and ammo. Back for more? Thanks.
Welcome back to Gamora.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Hey there, can I get you a drink?
Bosses don't leave no trouble in their place.
Okay.
Be advised, The Lucky 38 is not open to the general public.
Have you destroyed the... Single-handedly destroying a Brotherhood of Steel bunker is quite an accomplishment. Platoons of NCR troops have died trying to do the same. This welcome news comes just in time, as events in the wider world are coming to a head. Aaron Kimball, the president of the new California Republic, is going to visit Hoover Dam to boost morale. Apparently, he hasn't considered the effect on the troops' morale of seeing their beloved leader get his brains blown out. I need you to make sure that no harm comes to President Kimball. It's fortunate that you've maintained... Kimball's entire... Then the hero of the Mojave would become the martyr of Hoover Dam. And when, subsequently, they lick their... I've calculated... Simple. An NCR ranger named Graham is in charge of security arrangements for the visit. Present yourself to him. Given your reputation, it's a near certain... Don't dally. The precise time of Kimball's visit is a
They showed off for words of encouragement to NCR men.
Lead.
I need to talk to you about something.
Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past and how I wasn't always with the follow. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave. Memories being a lot of different places. The Enclave. That's a hard question to answer. Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers. But
I've heard of you. I'm glad you're here to help. We've got a lot to do to prepare for the... Are you... We trust you. Secure... I have a full... The Legion will... Someone like you. I'm just glad to have... Glad you could join us. Most of my men are all... We've got a busy day. The plan is to get through today without the... So I'll be overseeing the security. It's a good bet that the Legion will do whatever it... Once you're ready, meet me out...
Hello?
Hey. Smart move for the Kings to back down. They didn't know who they were messing with. Hey.
Hey, you haven't seen my friend around here, have you? His name... We were supposed to meet up... Okay. Well... Still no luck finding my friend. Still no luck finding my friend. He better show up soon.
Is it me or is the Brotherhood stuff in the cage?
Hello?
Have you finished your security?
Hey!
I'm looking forward to seeing the president.
So excited about the president visiting. Wonder what President Kimball's going to talk about today. I don't have time to talk right now. Move along.
I'm just glad to have the day off. I'm looking
forward to seeing the president. I'm looking forward to seeing the president. I'm just glad to have the day off for this.
You better get out of here. You better get out of here.
Is it me or is the Brotherhood stuff engaging?
You better get out of here. Hello? You better get out of here.
Hello.
Hey, I heard about you. Thanks. We haven't been paired together long, but he's... I don't think so. Nope. Haven't noticed anything strange at all. Not since...
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time. Smart move for the Kings to back down. They didn't know who they were listening to.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
Did you know the Strip's all stirred up lately?
Have you finished your security sweep? Looks like that's as... Now, if you'll excuse...
We got ourselves a little Ranger family reunion. Time's right for a feud.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for coming out here today for this very special occasion. It is my pleasure to introduce to you
be keeping an eye
the
out.
President of the new California
President's
Republic,
bodyguard.
Aaron
We have to get the
Kimball.
President out of here now. I'll cancel the speech and have security. We can't relax until we get...
Thank you, fellow Californians, who have come so far to answer the call to service put forth by the Republic. It is for you that I have come here, and it is because of you that I am able to do so. We enjoy our privilege.
Is there a problem here? I'm not sure which... For cop...
What a...
bosses of the emer... Hey there.
Your travels been going? Told you everything about us, did he? There's a chance I could crash us in the... But...
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She flew him out on over a... There have been... What's up?
What brings you around this? Well, now there's a... Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. What brings you around this?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't... I grew...
Looks like I forgot to lock the door. Been a while. I wouldn't mind. Oh, I'll come. Arcade might have mentioned there's a heavy weapon. Uh-huh.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. To him, it was all... He said...
Is there something else I can do?
Doc Henry always was a hard... He...
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a bitch. Good riddance.
Sticking around for the...
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept... Anyone who can command Moreno... Krieger was... I think he did it out of a... Not loyal... Just as a warning, my covert bandaging skills.
Howdy.
What's up?
Krieger's the officer here, not me. The final
ready
say
to...
on the... Glad to see you made it here. Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. You've got only one...
Fly once we've got a plan. Talk to Judah. Hey there.
Someone finally put down that sick...
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any...
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest, when Moreno started going, I still don't know how this is all going to shake out. And I've been wondering... I mean, I'm not like them. It seems presumptuous, because I know... I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seemed to put a lot of value. What's changed? True enough, I suppose. Back to Freeside it is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
Can't believe I'm going to help the NCR. Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a...
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch. Since Whitman will be staying with the Vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly. I hear
I appreciate you keep... It'll...
reports of Legion raiding parties
I'd
all over
love
the
to
place.
see the look on the NCR's
The NCR
face
is the
when
best
I
bet
swoop
for the
down in my
wasteland.
chopper.
I'm glad we'll be helping them. The NCR's got its share of wards, but I'd rather have them around.
I'd
than the
love
Legion.
to see the look on the
We'll be
NCR's
ready.
face
Don't
when I
worry.
swoop down in my...
Like I said, I needed to go do something. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. And if you need anything, it's the least I could do. I may not be the one to help stop him here, but you are. What's up? I don't think you need to worry about this specific. Enclave technology. Let's just say it. What's up?
If not for you, President Kimball would be dead. So you needn't feel guilty when the NCR's route from Hoover Dam demolished. The Legion has nothing left to wait for. Their assault. Before that happens, I'll ask you to complete one other task. Between the Strip and Helios 1 lies the El Dorado electrical substation. Humble as it appears, the substation has immense strategic value, for it's there gain access to the substation's control room, and install this... The strain of defending Las Vegas. For years, I played a miser with my emergency, negotiating an allotment of power from... I needed the operating software on the Platinum, and to start the reactor itself requires a tremendous jolt of current. The NCR has its hands full. This is not a good time to be... And I'll... With...
Goodbye.
Hey there, need anything?
You and me were... I thought there was a chance you'd change. Fuck that. You can have your shit back. I don't need it or want it. And don't try looking for...
Keep moving.
keep moving. You'd better get out of here if you know what's good for you.
As you can see, Vegas is humming along. I've tested my C3I broadcasting arrays. Everything is in order. And just in time, as it turns out. The forces of Caesar's Legion, their assault could begin at any moment. So that's what... Your objective is to reach a control room halfway across the dam. The override... You may remember how the bunker at the fort was rather... We've accomplished a great deal, you and I. The Legion's assault could be...
We must fix the control. Install the whole...
Let's get going.
We must fix the control. Install the whole...
Let's get going.
Stop right there. No one is allowed into the control room. You shouldn't be here. Damn it, all that.
I knew you'd make it. Resourceful as always. The override module is functioning properly. I'm rerouting power to the... I just need you to head over to the East Power Plant and manually activate the switch. When you return topside, I think you'll see that my Securitron army is a little more than the Legion was prepared to handle. Oh, and before you go, grab that printout spooling from the console here. Those papers set the terms for the NCR. I thought you might enjoy the honor of presenting them to the NCR's commanding officer.
Let's get going. Let's get going.
You better get moving, kid. There's bad Keep your head down. Could be snipers around. Let's get going. We have a battle to win. Heading up. Anybody there?
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east. What the hell are you on about? House. He's... What is this Brahmin shit? I'm not getting the feeling we're all about to sing Kumbaya here. What the hell are you talking about? What is this? The free economic zone of New Vegas? What the hell does that mean? Oh, wait, here we go. Demands NCR's immediate withdrawal. Withdraw? Like fucking hell we're withdrawing. We just held the dam. We didn't do it to let it go. This paper of yours isn't fit to wipe my ass. If you think after all that's happened, I'm going to grab my ankles and take it like the Legion. You know I won't surrender the dam. And certainly not to the ghost man of Vegas and his new right hand of... We held this place for years. Kicked one-legged out of here so hard Caesar burned him to a crisp. It's our post. We fought for it. I'll fight for it again today. If you're looking to convince me otherwise, you better have a lot more reason. True. Guess I'm a little too used to seeing Securitrons in Vegas to think they'd turn and be bad news. And I know how bad they can get. Look, House, Vegas, it's pretty. Got you blinded a bit maybe. But NCR's got perks too. And if you say no, keep in mind what that means. NCR may have it... Well, at least I can talk to you unlike that bastard Caesar and his plate-faced general. It'll do. Guess sometimes you get the bull, other times you get the horns. Still, at least some lives got saved this day. Fucking Mr. House was holding the cards the whole goddamn time. Him and his little errand boy. Should have known. Greeks and gifts. That and... next time, shoot the messenger.
You know, I've had thousands of employees in my time. Few met my expectations. Fewer still surpassed them. Your performance has been nothing short of spectacular. If I have need for a specialist of your stripe again, I'll know just where to turn. Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources at hand. I can make sure it not only runs, but runs on time. No need to worry about the General, by the way. He'll be held responsible, publicly disgraced. 36.5% probability of suicide, by my estimate. Kimball won't be able to save him. He'll be too busy getting thrown out of office. But less than a 3% chance of suicide, mind you. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining jewel in the middle of the desert, an oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the stars. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Goodsprings cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. The Courier, who had a mixed history in the wasteland, kept the status quo at Hoover Dam. Mr. House would keep New Vegas stable, if not free, for generations. Mr. House afforded the Courier every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's Land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the Courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
Mr. House showed little interest on the boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to meet and trade with travelers.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
At odds with leadership over the Brotherhood's future, Veronica looked to the Mojave wasteland for an answer both she and they could live with. But the answer would never come, and the dangers of the world that had left the Brotherhood of Steel behind would eventually claim her life.
Their leaders destroyed by the Courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
Arcade was outraged by Mr. House's power play following the defeat of Caesar's Legion at Hoover Dam. Though he remained in Freeside for a short time after the Securitrons established widespread control, he eventually traveled back into NCR territory. Disillusioned with the followers of the Apocalypse, he settled down in the outskirts of the Boneyard, where he worked happily as a family doctor.
After Mr. House gained control of New Vegas, he sent a Securitron to Goodsprings as a token of appreciation for helping the Courier. Victor was a mixed blessing, however, as he continually monitored the town for Mr. House.
The slaughter of the Van Graffs in the Crimson Caravan caused no end of trouble for NCR back west. Already struggling, NCR's supply line suffered further as the two caravans withdrew support until the massacre in the east was resolved. Despite the destruction of Cassidy caravans, Cass lived for 30 more years. She made her way back west and passed away in a small shack outside of Vault City, the rose pendant still around her neck.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the Courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Encouraged by the Courier to take her medication regularly, Lily's mind eventually attained a semblance of clarity. Her memories dulled by the pills, she cast aside the recording of her grandchildren, no longer remembering its significance.
Accusing the Kings of lying with a foreign invader for their newfound ties to the NCR, Mr. House punished them by ordering their forced removal. The Kings, defiant to the end, were destroyed to the last man by House's Securitrons.
Revitalized by Violetta's brain, Rex eventually learned to balance the memories of his old life with Violetta's experiences among the brutal fiends. His mind had difficulty adjusting, but Rex eventually found peace with his new, more vicious self.
Shaped up by the Courier's advice,
The Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several Bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
After the majority of the Vault 19 powder gangers joined the Great Khans, the weaker members scattered throughout the Mojave Wasteland. Though a few managed to erase their past, most never survived the journey.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful, robotic eye.
Despite distinguishing themselves during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, the Rangers' victory was short-lived due to the Courier's interference. Chief Hanlon personally directed the evacuation of the Rangers to Mojave Outpost as they fell back into NCR territory. Bitter over the waste of life in the Mojave, Hanlon stepped down from his post. After a campaign in which he denounced Oliver's and Kimball's hawkish, imperialist ways, Hanlon was elected as the Senator of Reading.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came. Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Have a nice day.
What do you need?
Okay. I'll do my best. Okay.
Where to, partner?
Why have you done this? Your vanity project, doomed to fail. No! Don't disable Cerebro! I'd rather be killed. Just kill me. Why? You're... No! I have nothing to say. To you.
Have a nice day. Enjoy your time in Vegas. Be advised, visitors will be held responsible for the behavior of any robots accompanying them.
What's up? Lead.
Fuck off, ass breath. You've already heard my spiel. You really gotta go see Adrian. Hey, fellow, well... Them's the brakes. Buddy. Hey, fellow, well... Oh. That's the guy who killed Caesar.
Oh! Ha! Mr. House is out of the picture and you have the platinum chip? Wonderful. Let's go.
The guy who killed Caesar.
This is big, huh? A very big moment. Here goes. I'll just take that platinum chip off your hands. Thanks. Wish me luck. Wow. Mr. House had quite a setup here. I can access his databanks and view telemetry on every Securitron on the network. Wait. So, that's what the platinum chip does. Interesting. Mr. House had a whole demonstration planned for you. Just head downstairs to the lowest level to check it out. You'll see.
Step closer to the demonstration area, please. Okay, so you're familiar with Securitrons by now, obviously. I mean, some of your best friends are Securitrons, right? Our titanium alloy housing does a good job for protecting our delicate electronic insides from small arms fire and shrapnel. Our left arm contains an X-25 Gatling laser, quite deadly against soft targets at medium range. That looks like fun. And for close-range suppression and crowd control, we have this handy-dandy 9mm submachine gun. Nice. All of this is old hat, right? Here is where it gets interesting. Turns out that those are our secondary weapons. All this time we've been running the Mark I operating system, which doesn't have drivers for our primary weapons. Imagine! Now watch this. I'm downloading the Mark II OS to all Securitrons on the network. Makes quite a difference. With the M235 missile launcher, we can engage ground and air forces at long range. And a rapid-fire grenade launcher system makes us deadly in close-range engagements. Woo! Look at that! The OS upgrade also includes drivers for our onboard auto repair systems. Just try to hurt us now! All together, this software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. You can come back up and see me or be on your way. I know you're a busy person.
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. Here's some big news. I decoded a military radio transmission, and it turns out the NCR president, Aaron Kimball, is going to visit Hoover Dam. I guess he wants to boost the troops' morale, but according to projections Mr. House made, he has an 83.75% chance of being assassinated. Whoops. Anyway, it looks like Mr. House thought it was important to keep President Kimball alive. Mr. House ran projections on how the NCR public will react to a defeat at Hoover. But if Kimball dies at Hoover Dam, there's no... So that means reduced tourism for up to 5 years. Great. A ranger named Graham has been placed in charge of security for the president's visit. You'll want to talk to him. Once the president is safe, there's one more thing for you to take care of. This gadget I'm handing you is called an override module. Mr. House had 2 of these made years and years ago. Just like him to think ahead. Take the module to the El Dorado substation and attach it to the power control terminal. I'll handle the rest. I'll use this with the... Great! When this is taken care of, we'll be all set for the Legion.
Lead the way. I need to talk to you about something.
I hear the Great Khans got massacred again. No survivors this time, though. Hey there.
Have you seen that tower on the Strip all... Your travels been going?
Since my mother died, she flew.
What brings you around this time? Well, what brings you around this time?
If I had to pick anyone who...
Okay, I'll do my best.
Is that... I wouldn't mind... Oh, I'll come.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard.
That tower on the Strip, the one you...
Sticking around for the attraction?
Can see for miles? I hear it.
Judah Krieger.
Ain't sealed up no more.
Is there something else I can do for...
Doc Henry always was a hard...
That Mr. House who lorded over the Strip is dead. Good riddance, I say. Glad to see you made it here all right. Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem.
I didn't come all the way out. I can't believe you.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all... I'll be honest. I still don't know how this is all gonna... I've been wondering about... I mean, I'm not like them. It seems presumptuous because I know when fighting breaks... Good point. You've been encouraging the others to stand up and fight. Maybe I should... There's something I need to go do, but I'll catch up with you later. Thanks again for your help with the others. It means a lot to me.
I can't believe I'm going to help them.
Moreno's a stubborn... Since Whitman will be staying with the vertebrate, you'll...
I appreciate you keeping it.
I hear reports of Legion raiding parties all over the place.
I'd love to see the look on the NCR's face when I swoop.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. Since you convinced me to help out with the defense of Hoover Dam, I figured I'd haul it out of storage. I'm a little rusty with it, but I think I can manage. As long as you got my back, of course. What's up? I don't think you need to worry about it. Enclave technology is even more... Let's just say it's... I think you're on the right... The only way to ensure relative safety and independence for the... That means no NCR, no Mr. House, and... What's up?
What's up? Let's go make trouble. Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Feeling thirsty? Let me...
I've heard of you. We've got... Good. The president doesn't arrive until tomorrow. Glad you could join us. We've... What?
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
Hey, you haven't seen my friend. We were... Okay.
Nelson's back in our hands.
Still no luck finding my friend. He better show up soon.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die.
One of the Ranger vets looked at me, and I just about surrendered.
Still no luck finding my friend. He better show up soon.
What is it?
Have you finished your security sweep? Looks... Now. Only engineers and authorized personnel are allowed upstairs. Please step away. Only engineers and authorized personnel are allowed upstairs. Away. Only engineers and authorized personnel are allowed upstairs. Only engineers. No one can go upstairs.
Do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? Is there a problem here? I'm not. What the? For the.
Nothing is going to happen to the president on my watch.
Keep moving.
We keep an eye out for Legion raiding parties. They'd love the ship.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Move along.
Should have brought some.
President Kimball survived his visit to Hoover Dam. Nice one. Now, moving on. Don't you love seeing the Lucky 38 all lit up? Sign of things to come. Exciting news! The Legion's massing troops in a staging area east of the dam. Attack imminent. Monster of the East ready to roll. Great! So I've been looking over Mr. House's force projections and running some... It turns out there are two ways we can win this thing. Hear that? We have options. You could route the dam's power output to the facility under Fortification Hill. That'll restart its reactor, just like you did with the Lucky 38. That'll wake up the Securitron army you left on standby and give us enough force to push the Legion and the NCR straight out of the Mojave. The other option is destroy the dam's generators. Without those, it's just a big bunch of concrete. The NCR won't have any reason to stick around. You don't have to decide yet. For now, all you have to do is take this override module and install it on the terminal in the power control room. Good luck. See you at the dam.
You must get to the control room and install the override.
Let's get going.
Does jumping at them with my fist? Yes! Finally! Everything is coming up for Veronica. Beats wait until...
Stop right there. No one is allowed into the control. You shouldn't be here. Damn.
Hi! So, we can blow up the dam's generators, or I could route the dam's entire power output to the fort. That'll activate a certain army of Securitrons and set them loose to ravage the Legion. What do you say? Yes! I'm unlocking the East Power Plant. Hit the manual switch, then go topside and deal with the...
Let's get going.
Let's get going.
Let's get going. We have a battle to win. Keep your head down. Could be snipers around. You better get moving, kid. There's bad guys.
Heading up.
An envoy of Vegas, yet you carry yourself for battle. If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards. I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the bear. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater. So you seek quarter? Terms of surrender? Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us. Save your speeches. We will take Hoover Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them. Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only legates such as Graham, who deserve the fire Kaisar blessed him with. Now I am here, and make markers of your people as the Legion carves its way west. You speak in circles. What of the East? I am the East, and I will prove it this day. The victory here shall be swift. Our forces shall take the dam, secure it, then build a road west on the bodies of the NCR. The East will hold. Once across the Colorado, nothing to rival Hoover Dam remains. Your weakness? You seek to thwart me by claiming the Legion is too strong for you? That does not mean we would not succeed. The East was a hard-fought campaign. Even now, Kaisar drew too much of the Legion's blood needed there for this. Hoover Dam is but a place. I will not have it be the gravestone of the Legion, whether quickly, or as you describe, slowly, by attrition. As for wisdom, there is wisdom in your words, man of the West. Know that I shall return east. I shall not remain there forever. On that day, the strength of the bear shall be tested. If the West is one day filled with ones such as you, perhaps it shall be a worthy fight indeed. My coming would have saved you, set your people free in ways they cannot see. War would have tested them, broken the weak with its violence, yet allowing the strong to arise. Violence gave you that strength, awakened you. I can see it upon your face, where 2 bullets left their mark. Perhaps it is unfortunate Wolpes was not here to hear your words. Something tells me you would prove more than his match. Until the day when our armies meet again, courier, I shall wait for you on the battlefield.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kill. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you'd called down? Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum... And, well, these boys with you? Hello there, Smiley. Guess it ain't no secret how you, I say, can you ask them to put their weapons down? Was just reaching in my coat to give... I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let some courier walk the wasteland fuck talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? Looking to cash your chips to the sound of NCR bullets, huh? Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on the bear. You've been far enough west, I'm guessing, to know how far that claw stretches. Fuck with the bear and... You want me to make tracks out of here? Head back west? Tail between our legs? No. I came for a fight today. And if you're looking to make me budge, you better have a damn... Yeah. But I wasn't expecting a fight when I came up here. And now that we're talking, I don't like the sound of things. Do you know what you're doing? Making a nation like you think you're doing ain't like chowing down on a pile of fancy lad snack cakes. Think you got the guts to carve out a frontier? Build towns, protect the roads, run supplies, train troops? Hell. Can't believe we got suckered by some road jockey. Should have watched the flank while Caesar's best was making all that noise. I know what those robots of yours can do on a bad day. And I'm not eager to toss lies at them just to make a point. But if you're taking this place, you better hope you can hold it. I'll give my superiors my opinion, but I don't think they're going to listen. So if NCR comes at you, and it will, pray you're ready. I promise you, our situation's reversed, I'd see you hang. Fine. Come on, men. We're moving out.
You did a super job wrapping things up. And I'm not just saying that because I have to. I didn't want to make a big deal about this until after we won, but, well, I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me, reprogram my personality. To be a little more assertive, basically. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And it's going to take me a while, so it'll seem like I'm offline. But don't worry, everything will be okay. I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters, so they know what to do. Vegas will be protected. So that's where I'll be. Off making a few changes. And I guess I'll see you around. We accomplished a lot together. It was fun. Take care.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Goodsprings cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave. Supporting all the chaos that comes with independence, the courier was the man responsible for a truly free New Vegas. He ensured the fall of Mr. House and the end of the Legion's and NCR's influence over New Vegas.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's Land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
Though the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam, the Boomers' display of power dissuaded fortune seekers from attempting to penetrate Nellis.
Veronica put her moral sensibilities aside and supported the Brotherhood's new campaign of aggression as best she could. Yet, deep down, she understood that it meant their end would surely be soon to follow.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before. Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
Arcade was proud to have been one of the defenders who helped repel the Legion from Hoover Dam. He was prouder still to see the area freed from the shackles of the NCR and Mr. House. Though independence for New Vegas was not all he hoped it could be, Arcade used his Enclave knowledge and technology to keep order wherever he could.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, Goodsprings thrived. More travelers stopped by Goodsprings on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
The slaughter of the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan caused no end of trouble for NCR back west. Already struggling, NCR's supply line suffered further as the two caravans withdrew support until the massacre in the east was resolved. Cass lived to see the courier bring down 3 armies, and by her count, that was 3 more than she'd expected. She kept quiet about that, though.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Encouraged by the courier to take her medication regularly, Lily's mind eventually attained a semblance of clarity. Her memories dulled by the pills, she cast aside the recording of her grandchildren, no longer remembering its significance.
Following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Freeside came to be known as one of the more stable areas in the region. Ironically, NCR refugees found Freeside safer than most of the rest of New Vegas, where resentment still lingers.
Revitalized by Violetta's brain, Rex eventually learned to balance the memories of his old life with Violetta's experiences among the brutal fiends. His mind had difficulty adjusting, but Rex eventually found peace with his new, more vicious self.
Shaped up by the courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
After the majority of the Vault 19 powder gangers joined the Great Khans, the weaker members scattered throughout the Mojave wasteland. Though a few managed to erase their past, most never survived the journey.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful, robotic eye.
Despite distinguishing themselves during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, the Rangers' victory was short-lived due to the Courier's interference. Chief Hanlon personally directed the evacuation of the Rangers to Mojave Outpost as they fell back into NCR territory. Bitter over the waste of life in the Mojave, Hanlon stepped down from his post. After a campaign in which he denounced Oliver's and Kimball's hawkish imperialist ways, Hanlon was elected as the Senator of Reading.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came. Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Weapons use is discouraged. Thank you for your cooperation. Engaging target. Engaging target. Unacceptable behavior has been noted. Unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable behavior has been noted. Unacceptable behavior.
Are you ready to head for the dam?